Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all of you. Welcome to another episode of Boost Your Vocabulary with me, Srivastava. How are you all doing? Hi, Diksha. Hello, Shrestha, Bharti, Harshita. How are you all? Nia, Aryan. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Hi. Hello, Kamakshi. Good evening. How are you all doing? So, post the I think जो आपके ऊपर बिजली गिरी है कल, right? A lot of you have experienced something really huge yesterday, which was the announcement by CBSE telling you that you're going to have your exams from April 26th. Is it? How do you feel about it? Do you feel happy, sad? What's the situation like? I'm good, Anjali. Thank you for asking. Hi. Hello, Meher. Hi, AK. अब है गुड न्यूज मिली है, कोई सीरीज बताओ. गुड न्यूज क्यों मिली है? कौन सी गुड न्यूज है? ये वाली गुड न्यूज लगी आपको? Start from 26th. Yes. Good evening, Abhishek. Hi, Ishan. How do you feel? Good, bad, sad? बहुत delay कर दिया. अरे. Hi, Shiveen. So we are here. Good. Happy we got time to prepare. Yes, definitely the extra time to prepare. Good. Chalo. I mean, hi, Arohi. I am happy then at least. When I was in the middle of a class when that happened, and I could see that there was a lot of panic and a lot of chaos in that particular batch when that happened, and I couldn't understand and gauge where are we at in terms of the reaction. But okay, I'm good. Hello, Agrim. Frustrating hai ye. Acha. Why don't you take the session on Wednesdays as well? So Wednesdays, I think at 9 you have something. I think you have economics, if I'm not wrong, which is why the slot's not free. I am back. Hi, Sahil. Yes, of course. Batch 5 here. Also, I'm sorry. Today was supposed to be Ashish sir's day. So if you were here expecting Ashish sir, I'm sorry. I don't know, shock, surprise, whatever it is. But yeah, we just kind of needed to do this. No, it's just on this day, on today, that on this Thursday that has happened. It's not like I've changed my days. It's still Mondays and Fridays. Okay, batch 5 OP. हाँ, आज तो yeah. Okay, it doesn't matter. Good. So I hope I'm happy. So what we're gonna do is we're happy to see you. Very good. Okay. What we're gonna do is the whole of this session is going to be for all of those people who are Marvel fans. Okay. I think major of these clips are from the first and the second. No, it's from Infinity and Endgame mostly. So आज का will be majorly Marvel special. Okay, your session today is Marvel special. So if you haven't watched, I think any of the Marvel movies, I think you will now be able to build up that expectation or the excitement for it. So I think यहाँ से हम अपनी Marvel journey start कर सकते हैं if you haven't watched it. Okay, the bird's decimated plans scheduled. हाँ, that goes. I wouldn't say that you live under a rock. I mean, I wish I could say that, but I mean, that's not what I'm implying at all. No? Okay. So we'll start with the first one. Okay. And the first one, the word is doting. So doting, you watch this video and then we will discuss further. You all know what's coming. I think you'll be able to guess most of the scenes, which is immensely interesting, but watch and then we'll discuss.
What's your favorite story? Love you tons.
I love you 3,000.
That's crazy. Go to bed, or I'll sell all your toys. Night, night. Not that it's a competition, but she loves me 3,000.
Oh, does she now?
You were somewhere in the low 600 to 900 range.
Okay. All right. Good evening, Shreya. Hi. You watch all 20 movies to be a true Marvel fan, and not just once, for sure. Like more than once. Yes. So she says, "I love you 3,000," and that's exactly what doting is. तो आपको क्या कहते हैं जब आप doting करते हो किसी पे? It's basically when you are being very unconditionally loving and we're expressing strongly. Garv says, Namaste, Adhyapika ji. Okay. Hello. Hi.
That's your
All
favorite.
right. Watch this. Doting you can remember the mnemonic aid would be adoring. All right. Doting and adoring sound very similar. almost, right? So doting would be when you're adoring somebody too much, or you're very strongly showing your love, and that love is more often than not unconditional. Okay, unconditional love, where there's nothing, no expectations out of it. All right, that's what adoring or that's what doting here means. So it's a very strong expression of love. So we saw photographs of the doting father with the baby on his knee. We generally use this word for doting fathers, doting moms, or doting brother, like for somebody who would unconditionally love you. Okay, and that's what doting here means, a person who would express very strongly your emotions. Is an adjective. What are we describing here in this whole thing? What are we describing with an adjective? We're describing the father. That's right. So we're going to be describing the father here. Father is the noun. Okay, because father is a noun, so isliye doting becomes the adjective. So adjectives, what they do is they describe nouns. Okay, showing ing, तो generally आपके meaning में ing आएगा, तो भी हम देखते हैं कि it's a an adjective, right? That's the first word. Well, let's go to the second word. Let's see which movie are we talking about in the second word. Is it surrounded with or surrounded by? It's both. Okay, it's both are accepted. Generally, you're surrounded by people more than with. Next is Bemoan. Okay, watch this. So I think it's going to be a roller coaster of some sort for the day, because it's going to be a happy scene, then there'll be a sad scene, then an emotional one, because those are the colors of Marvel, the beauty of it all. Watch and then we'll discuss Bemoan. Here you go.
It's supposed to be me. She sacrificed her life for that goddamn stone. She put her life on it. She's not coming back. We have to make it worth it. We have to.
We will.
Okay. Right. Iki, no, I will not be doing that. You have the recorded video on the YouTube channel, so you might want to revisit it if at all, if you write something down. Sorrow was something, yes, exactly what it is. Love the scene, absolutely. And the scene before it is quite heartbreaking. How do you memorize all the vocab? I think it's just, taking that many vocab sessions does that to you. It comes as a bliss, I would say. Blessing in disguise sort of thing. Right. Okay. So disturbing because it's concerned with death. Yes. So bemoaning is when you are being sad about something. Sad. Also, you kind of like, you're not happy with the situation. So thoda dissatisfaction hai, thoda regret hai. So you see how Hawkeye was not very happy. Clint, he was not very happy. He's like, this was supposed to be me. Right, I should have been the one dying. So there's a certain bit of discontent there, that I'm not really happy, not very satisfied with whatever's happened. Okay, that's what bemoan is. So bemoan ko hum moan se yaad rakh sakte hain. Mourning is when you are feeling sad about something. Okay, to express discontent and sorrow, to deplore, to lament, to bewail. All of these are words where you're saying that you're kind of being sad about something, expressing sorrow, being mournful about something. That's what one noble dies, even the mature. Even nature bemoans. Yes, I think everybody bemoaned the death of Lata Mangeshkar that happened very recently, right? So that's another example you can take. So it was no use bemoaning her loss. That means there was no use being so sad or sorrowful about it. It's a verb because the meaning has two. So whenever you have a meaning that's two, it basically is a verb. Another thing is there was no use doing this action of lamenting, bewailing, regretting to a certain extent, yes, being discontent about something, or being sad about it. That's bemoan. So moan se yaad rakh sakte hain. Mourning is, or moan is basically crying to a certain extent. Mourning se bhi yaad rakh sakte hain. Mourning is when you are again being a little like you're basically crying again. The same, pretty much the same. Okay, that was our second word. Ab chalte hain third pe. Let's see what the third word is going to be. I don't know if you'll be able to guess the scene, but it's from Infinity War. Watch, and then we'll discuss Macabre. Here you go. Okay, so what happened in this whole scene, right? It was pretty much the last battle that they had in the Infinity War. And then you have Thor entering with the style that he has, and then all that. Okay, before I start off with Thor, um, this is Macabre. What you see or what you experience in the whole of this is that there are a lot of deaths, correct? There's fight, there's war, but there's a lot of death involved, dying of people involved. That is what Macabre is. So how do you remember this would be Qabr pata hai na, Qabr are graves, right? So many Qabr created or many graves created would be Macabre. I sense blushing, ma'am. I know, I mean, why should I be? But yeah, that's what it is. Something that's very violent, something that concerns a lot of deaths. Something that's grisly, gory, grim, gruesome, horrendous, grotesque. All of these words are basically some things that are so disturbing, so harrowing, because they are not very, very good. They're all related to death. There's annihilation, there is people dying, mass destruction, all of them, lots of blood involved. That's all those words that you use: horrendous, harrowing, grotesque, grisly, grim, so on and so forth. Why did you not bring Thor's entry in the scene? Because Aryan, if I were to do that, then I'd not want to stop the video, and then that would not be the nicest thing. Atrocious, yes. Obnoxious, yes. Carnage, yes. Correct. Absolutely correct. Yes, I'll be taking a Mentee today. The event led to a Macabre series of deaths. That means Macabre series here means like a series of deaths, or like a very grisly, very gruesome, not a sight you would like sort of series of deaths. So we're talking about Macabre, and if series of death is the noun here or a noun phrase, तो फिर Macabre हो जाता है adjective. So disturbing, gruesome, horrendous, grotesque, grisly, all of these are words that you can use in itself. Adjective. Let's head to, I think, the fourth word for the day. Massacre, हाँ, कह सकते हैं, बिल्कुल कह सकते हैं. Massacre can be one of the things. Fourth word is this, improbity. For improbity, there's Thor. Here he is. सबको चाहिए था. तो ये है, और देखते हैं पहले ये वीडियो और उसके बाद डिस्कस करते हैं improbity in detail. Here you go.
You still don't trust me, brother. Would you? No, I wouldn't.
Okay. How would you describe Loki? He did what he did to his brother, and this wasn't the first time he was doing it. He literally has done it pretty much in every movie. Believe it or not, I'm Thor. Yeah, of course. Switch off your camera for a minute, come back. No one will mind. I think I can manage to blush here if I have to. Disloyal, villainous, cheating, chicanery, not to be trusted, mischievous. Yes, traitor, deceitful, unfaithful. Correct. You guys are absolutely on point, and that's what improbity means. Improbity is dhokebaz, uncertain, treacherous. So improbity can be related to dishonesty, and then that's exactly what improbity is. It's dishonesty, it's being nefarious, or it is the action of being very wicked. Yeah, so somebody who does not have a lot of moral compass to him, right? That person who is generally immoral, generally does things that are not supposed to be done because they're not morally correct. People who are traitors, who betray each other. Yes, there's a lot of treachery. So correct. Chicanery is another word that I'd like you to note down. That's correct. So lack of honesty and integrity, treachery, duplicity, perfidy, malfeasance, chicanery, all of these mean fraud करना, all of these mean cheat करना किसी को, या फिर किसी को trick करना into doing something that is not morally correct. Okay, so that is duplicity, that is perfidy, malfeasance, धोखा देना. So improbity is धोखा. All right. So 30 civil servants were dismissed for improbity. That means 30 civil servants were dismissed because they did some bit of cheating, some trickery, they lacked honesty, or they were dishonest, or there was treachery involved. That is improbity. Okay, it's a noun because we have a meaning में a. That's one thing. The other thing is ity in the word. Other thing is ance in the word. Right. All of these tell us that it's a noun. Other than that, the civil servants were dismissed for something. So those are all the indicators for how it's a noun. I love Loki, guys, please. Meher, I mean, I agree with you. Loki has a really nice jawline, a very British, very particularly British look, but I agree. Okay, let's go to the last word now. Last word pe chalte hain, which is again somewhat related to Thor. So again, I think it was more about Thor than about Marvel. I'm sorry, but let's watch this video and then we'll talk about what waffle means. Okay.
Where to start? The ether, firstly, is not a stone. Someone's called it a stone before. It's more of a, so someone's going to need to amend that and stop saying that. Here's an interesting story, though, about the ether. My grandfather, the Dark Elves. Ooh. Scary being. So Jane, actually. You know, she stuck her hand inside a rock this one time. And then the ether stuck itself inside her, and she became very, very sick, and so I had to take her to Asgard, which is where I'm from, and we had to try and fix her. We were to introduce her to my mother, who's dead. And the only thing that...
Why don't you come sit?
I'm not done yet. The only thing that is permanent in life is impermanence.
Awesome. Eggs? Breakfast?
No, I'd like a blood.
Okay. One, yeah, of course, that scene was fake. They were trying to trick the other villain. Correct. But he's done it quite a lot of times. Loki has done it. Isn't waffle a dessert? Yes, waffles are desserts as well. But waffle also is a verb. Okay, to talk vaguely. Yes, how do you think he's talking? Like here, is he trying, was he able to even make a point here? Like, I don't think he was able to make a point. I don't think कि वो कुछ भी बोल रहा था उसको खुद भी नहीं समझ में आया था वो बोल क्या रहा है. Everybody else was pretty confused. What is he going into? What are the details he's including? Because he's basically talking all nonsense, right? And that is waffle. Okay, when you waffle, you are just saying things that don't make any sense or that don't come together. Okay, that's what waffle is. So writing full of petty details. It can be writing. It can be speaking as well. तो waffle में हम W से writing, waffle से full of petty details या फिर waffle is basically awful talks. ये भी कह सकते हो आप, तो वैसे भी आप रख सकते हो, right? Whichever one suits better. It's basically when you're muttering or you're just kind of rambling on, बोलते जा रहे हो, कोई context नहीं, कोई relation नहीं, कुछ भी कुछ relevance के बिना बोलते जा रहे हो, vaguely बोल रहे हो, you're not giving details, you're not giving me enough substance to work on, so it's trivial. Okay, prattle is correct. Gabbling is correct. Yes, not calling him dishonest. No. Thanks for clarifying. I've got my phone. Okay, guys, so good an actor for people to sympathize with character. अरे अलग ही war शुरू हो गई है वहाँ पे, alright. But then I know Waffle's clear. The guy waffled on about his problems. मतलब बोलता ही चला जा रहा था without any relevance. पहले ये कभी वो कभी. So basically, what Thor did in that scene was that he was waffling. क्या फालतू बातें, हाँ, लाइक बेसिकली कुछ भी सेंस नहीं क्रिएट हो रहा, कुछ भी बोल रहे हो तुम, दैट इज waffling. It's a verb because it's to talk vaguely, to prattle, to mutter, to ramble, right? And the guy did this action of talking about these problems vaguely, अजीब तरीके से कुछ भी बोलना, beating about the bush basically. Yes, so it's a verb. So those are 5 words. Now I'm going to take you to idioms. आज थोड़ी सी idioms करते हैं, हमने काफी टाइम से idioms नहीं करे. कल I'll do pronunciation maybe with you. In short बकवास करना, correct. Idioms में ना आज I was taking a class with one of the crash course batches, and we got to talking about dogs, and then all of the other people who had cats felt a little left out. Pranay was one of them. Sorry, but so I thought might as well just kind of give cats some importance, right? Even though a lot of people think that it's not a very, cats are not very good animals and they're evil, although I don't agree. I really like cats. I haven't had the chance of meeting one personally, but I don't know. So I thought might as well just give that animal an some importance too. So we're going to be doing 5 idioms majorly based on cats. Okay, not dogs, cats today. So first is to put The cat among the pigeons. Justice for cat, basically. Basically that. Vicky Kaushal has a cat. I have no idea about that. I just got to know that there's Kartik Aryan had got a dog and his name was Katori Aryan, and I think that was the cutest thing on the internet when I got to know about it. Like, wow. But again, we're getting back to dogs. No, not getting back to dogs anymore. But okay, I was going to show my dog. How many dogs खुद ही नहीं है ना घर में, unfortunately. Nahi beta Anjali, not these. You will have to get back to the video on your own and write whatever you need to write on your own. ये वाले at least. Classes वाले ऐसे. ठीक है? अच्छा, oh God. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. You meant Katrina Kaif. Of course you did. Oh man. I'm sorry. That was my bad. I'm sorry. I was a little dim-wit here. Sorry. हाँ, समझ गई. Yeah, got it. Sorry. Okay. Chalo. First is to put the cat among the pigeons, basically to cause some sort of disruption, to cause some sort of chaos. Okay. Intentionally. जो कमोले का I don't know bad reference, but ऐसे mostly जो vamps serials में होती हैं कि ओ मैं इसके बीच में आग लगाऊंगी, not इसके बीच में, like इन दोनों के बीच में आग लगाऊंगी, and on all of that situation, that's putting the cat among the pigeons. Okay, that's basically creating some sort of disturbance, some disruption, majorly done intentionally, right? That's what putting the cat among the pigeons is. So if you question the suspect now, it will put the cat among the pigeons and the associates will scatter. Like that means suspect से पूछेंगे तो बाकी सारे लोग भाग जाएंगे. That will create disruption of the plan. That's what putting the cat among the pigeons means. Catherine Pierce does that. I'm sure. I mean, but she did it with some style, and not like Kamolika. But okay. Next पे चलते हैं. Next idiom. After putting the cats among the pigeons, we're going to talk about the next cat idiom, which is cat on a hot tin roof. Now imagine कि if there's a hot tin roof and cat is basically on it, then the cat won't be able to be still, right? वो उछलेगी, कूदेगी, that kind of thing. So when you are basically very restless, mostly because you're nervous, all right, mostly because you're jittery about something, that's when you are a cat on a hot tin roof. Basically like ants in your pants. Exactly, right? So ants in your pants, being restless, being nervous, being jittery about something, being shaky, like last minute jitters are in, that is what a cat on a hot tin roof means. So she's waiting for the doctor to call her test results. So she's been like a cat on a hot tin roof all day. That means she's been really nervous and scared and afraid. पता नहीं क्या ही आएगा मेरे results में. That's what a cat on a hot tin roof means. Okay. When you have your college interviews, when you have your results, obviously, जब आप लोग बार-बार refresh करके CBSE की site खोलोगे ना 12th की reports के time, that's when you realize this idiom is true. Okay. चलो next पे चलते हैं. Can we make our own idioms that have obvious meanings? Unfortunately not. I mean even if you can do that, those won't be asked in your entrances. Answer your question. Third पे चल रहे हैं. Fat cat. Not body shaming. In fact, this is a positive sort of statement. Fat cat is that one person who's very well paid. Okay, management level पे होता है जो has a very nice authority to himself or herself and is a very well paid executive or an employee, right? That is what a fat cat basically means. So these days it seems as though the fat cats do better and better, but the workers do worse and worse. I mean, the upper management, the ones who are highly placed and well paid are doing better, and the workers aren't. So top dog, basically, see, we're back to talking about dogs again. Nobody can ever stop. It's not our fault. But yes, fat cat and top dog are basically the same things. Okay. Chalo, next पे चलते हैं. We'll go back to the fourth idiom, which is no room to swing a cat. Again, not encouraging any sort of violence against cats. पर अगर आपको cat move करनी हो, swing करनी हो, लहरानी हो in the air, you need room. Okay. So if you have no room to swing a cat, that means something's really packed. It's smaller. Okay, like the place is smaller and you don't have enough space. You don't have enough capacity, or the room is not big enough, congested hai basically this. No room to breathe, no elbow room, that's another idiom. Okay, elbow room is room to move around. So if you have no elbow room, that means you don't have enough space. That's another idiom. So inside there's no room to swing a cat, and everything you see is the most basic junk. That means there is not a lot of space there. You can't swing a cat there. Okay, and my cat's eating on my lap right now. Cats be like, ooh, मेरे को importance. Okay, यहाँ अब अलग ही टीवीडी के ऊपर शुरू हो गया, मतलब कुछ भी सच में, मतलब you need topic शुरू होने के लिए बस. Okay, last one. This is an interesting one. It's basically when you say who's she the cat's mother, it's like a rhetoric question where basically like वो अपने आप को समझती क्या है. Basically, that's what who's she the cat's mother. That's what it is. वो है ना, कौन है ये जिसने दोबारा मुझे नहीं देखा? That kind of feeling कि इतना क्या किस बात का घमंड है? That is who's she the cat's mother. You can actually use that now. Okay. Why does she have such a high opinion of herself? Or why does she feel like she's the best person around here? And so somebody basically, when you're saying that that person is who's she the cat's mother, you basically are trying to say that that person is condescending, or is feels like she's holier than thou. तो थोड़ा arrogance है उसमें, pride है. All right, that is what this is. So Samantha has been ordering everyone around lately. Who's she the cat's mother? That means अपने आप को समझती क्या है वो? So that's okay. All right. Those were our 5 cat-related idioms. Now I'm going to very quickly take you to the Mentee bit, right? And for all of those who are new to the session, you have to log into a website called mentee.com, MENTI.com. Okay. So आप cat's father कर दोगे बेटा. All right, you can say cat's father, yeah. Mentee.com पे जाओगे, so they'll ask for a code, and then you need to put this code in. You see right on top of your screen, it says 287999668. That is the code which you need to put in on that particular code area box पे 287999668. ये लो मैंने भेज दिया है. It's my second class that I knew all the words. Ooh, okay. So many better shows on TV. अरे हो क्यों vampires के पीछे पड़ गए हो यार? Werewolves or vampires क्या हो गया है? It's okay. I've sent the code on the chat box. 287999668. Chat पे भेज दिया. मतलब अभी तो, and I am not even participating in this because it's not about Friends and How I Met Your Mother. Had it been about that, I'd have probably jumped into the conversation by now, but no. Okay, Shiveen is talking about Damon Salvatore, and I hate to say it, but he's actually nice, and I kind of agree with you. What is this Mentee about? So for all of those who are again joining for the first time, you have a few options that you might want to take. You need to choose which options correct according to the sentence. What are we going to do today is majorly grammar. Okay, common mistakes that we make in spoken English. Uske upar ye hai, and then we will discuss. I'm going to wait for a couple of you to join in. थोड़े से और लोग आ जाओ और फिर शुरू करते हैं. You don't have enough time. You'll have extra marks for answering fast. Just so that all of you know now. We're on the same page. I hope everybody's joined in. चलो, first question पे चलते हैं. And the first question that is going to be talked about is on your screens. So here you go. Do you dash your friend? Do you dash your friend? ये मैंने एक बार पहले भी आपसे पूछा हुआ है, and I'm just kind of trying to check whether you remember a certain piece of information or not. Okay. And clearly, despite doing this more than once in Mentee, we have only 23 people answering correctly, whereas 46 of you answered this incorrectly. Consider her. You don't use to be, you don't use as. With consider, you don't use any of the prepositions. You just say, do you consider her your friend? Do you consider her your best friend? Do you consider her stupid, intelligent, smart, beautiful, whatever? But you don't use any preposition with consider. It's just the way it is. Okay. 23 people have answered this correctly. 46 of you have not. Let's look at the leaderboard. Kaun hai on top? Yash is on top. Then there's Shami, Sana, Clippy, Purva, Dal Roti, Shrestha, Vanzi, Riya, Muskan. Let's look at the second question now, everyone. Second question for you guys on your screens out of 6 questions we're going to do. The kids are playing dash the ground. On the ground, in the ground, to the ground. Meher, you will have to go to mentee.com. That is the website. उस पे code डालोगे फिर join कर पाओगे. Yeah, in the ground, not on. A lot of people, and I don't know, I'm बहुत सारी schools maybe like assemble on the ground, assembly will be on the ground. ये बहुत common है problem. So when you're talking about ground, it's never on. Because when you say on, it's generally supposed to be something that's elevated. तो elevated area होता है तो हम on बोलते हैं. But क्योंकि ये elevated नहीं है तो हमें on बोलने का कोई sense बनता नहीं है. So the kids are playing in the ground. The assembly is going to happen in the ground. Assemble in the ground. All of that. Okay. Where to join the quiz from? You have to go to mentee.com. MENTI.com. Then you have that code that I had sent you on the chat box. Usko enter karo और फिर you will be able to join. Okay. Leaderboard पे आते हैं. So you have now, I think Sana is on top. No, Sana is not on top. We have Purva on top. Then there's Banzi, Sana, Maro hame. Oh, kyun? And then Vawi, Gargi, Thomas, Shrishti, Bharti, Hiteshi. Okay. Let's head to the third question. Okay, for your third question, the code is on in the chat box. I'm going to sit dash this chair until you come back. I've sent the code again on the group, by the way. Oh, okay. So 45 of you have answered this incorrectly. How can you sit over a chair? But you sit in a chair. Okay. Whenever you're sitting, chair is always in. Because basically when you're sitting, you're being enclosed by the handles of the arms of the chair. So correct way of saying it is I'm sitting in the chair. If it's a stool, or a table, you're sitting on a table or on a stool. That's okay. But if it's a chair, it's always in. Remember that. So even when you're in the car and somebody says ki passenger seat pe baitho, that's in the passenger seat, not on the passenger seat, in the seat. Okay. Please remember that. 30 of you have answered this correctly, meaning now we look at the leaderboard. We have, wow, there's quite a lot of difference between the top 3 and then the rest of you. Almost like 1,000 points ka. Purva is on top, Vavi second, then Thomas back widow. Abhay, Riddhi, Lala Bhai, T-Rex, Yash and Coco. Okay. Question number 4 for you guys, everyone, on your screens. So when you keep something on a surface, that's okay. Keeping something on it would mean ki rakh rahe ho. Sitting in would mean that you are getting enclosed. ठीक है, वो difference है. Okay. तब ऑन आएगा। आपकी क्लास का स्केड्यूल कहाँ से मिलेगा? मेरी क्लास का स्केड्यूल बेटा मैं यूट्यूब पे मंडेज एंड फ्राइडेज एट 9. Okay, also I'm sorry if this Mentee is also difficult. I am really sorry, but I did not mean to make it difficult. Okay, question number 4. This money is going to be shared between you and I or me or my. ये easy है. Aryan क्या है? Should it be on the seat? No, it's never on the seat. It's in the seat. If you're keeping something on the seat, that's okay. Because आप उसके ऊपर रख रहे हो, but जब आप बैठते हो, आप ऊपर नहीं बैठते हो, आप उसमें बैठते हो. Like, because you are not elevated. Your legs are still on the floor. Like you're touching the floor basically. So you're in the seat, not on. That's very incorrect. Like that's one of the major colloquial errors that we make. I can't find the code. अरे मैंने फिर से भेजा तो है ऊपर देखो. श्रेया श्रीवास्तव के नाम से आया है comment. I've sent the code again. So this money is going to be shared between you and me. One thing I think I've told you this earlier as well is what you need to do is इसको combine करके देख लो. इसको combine करो. अगर us आ रहा है तो me लगेगा. अगर b आ रहा है तो I. Right? So this money is going to be shared between us. या फिर this money is going to be shared between we. You see which one is befitting. This money should be shared between us or this money should be shared between we. 120. हाँ वो गलत है. us आएगा, right? us है तो me लगेगा. That means me is correct. So 31 of you answered this incorrectly. ये बस ट्रिक लगा लो. जहां पे भी कंफ्यूजन हो कि you and I होगा या you and me, उसको चेक करने के लिए उनको कंबाइन करो. us है तो me आएगा, we है तो I आएगा. Simple. Okay. So 43 of you answered this correctly. That means I hope that there's some change in the leaderboard now. Okay. Purva is still, I think, on top. Is she? Purva is still on top. Then there's Vavi. Who is Vavi? Then there's Yash, who's also the fastest. Then there's Lalabhai, Abhay, Flippy, T-Rex, Vamsi, Sana, Marohme. Okay. Next question. Question number 5. Please dash my book. Return, return back, return of. Chavi is Vavi. Okay, perfect. Very good going. This one's an easy one. You can't come at me and say, ma'am, difficult बना रहे हो. ये वाला तो मतलब बहुत ही अच्छा था. ये कौन है रिटर्न ऑफ खिलाड़ी जिसने बोला है प्लीज रिटर्न ऑफ माय बुक? क्यों बोला है ये? रिटर्न बैक इज नथिंग. Okay, return means give back. So back is redundant, like it's not supposed to be used. So there's no such thing as return back. It's only just return, and that's the reason why 65 of you answered this correctly. And that means in terms of your leaderboard, we have Purva looks like now. I don't think she's going to be on top. Vavi is on top. No, Purva is still on top. Then there's Chavi, Lalabai, Yash, Clippy, Abhay, Marohme, Sana, T-Rex, and Thomas. Last question. I'm not even going to use that redeem yourself phrase anymore now. The deal dash after they fought. आर्यन यार मैंने बहुत कोशिश करी थी इस बार. So the deal fell off, fell through. I'm really sorry. I mean, I'm super sorry. I don't think I have it in me. I'm so sorry. But falling through is basically, okay, I'm going to go one by one first, right? So when you say something fell, matlab wo gir gaya. Simple, right? इसमें तो क्या ही fell off also means the same thing. Falling can a lot of times mean decline or reduction, right? That's also one of the things. Fell off is again physically जब कोई चीज गिरती है तो हम उसको fell off कहते हैं या fall off कहते हैं. Fall through is basically when something stops or fails in a way, right? Or comes down to nothing, comes to nothing. मतलब वो deal basically खत्म हो गई, right? That's what falling through means, right? MCQs में English first term test के लिए. तो अब I hope कि cheating के वजह से ये तो सच्चाई थी, मैंने कुछ cheating करी नहीं है. Okay, but I hope that this one's clear now. So if a deal falls through, contract falls through, friendship, relationship falls through, it comes down to nothing, or it stops or it fails. Okay, 6 में से 3 easy बनाए थे. So we are improving, right? I am improving कहीं से तो. पहले 6 के 6 difficult होते थे, अभी आधे easy हो गए हैं शायद. I hope that makes it any better. Class, yes, almost khatam hai. Oh man, so things have changed. Yashi is the winner for the day. Who would have thought? Amazing. All right, congratulations, Yash. I'm sorry, Purva and Chavi. Then there's Abhay, Sana, Riya, Riddhi, Lalabai, Earthman, and Shami. Okay, and can you please tell the pronunciation of schedule? Schedule, like it's acceptable both ways. It can be schedule also and it's schedule also. Both are correct. Okay, मैम इजी होगी तब भी ये बच्चे बोलेंगे. हाँ वैसे अब तो तुम लोगों ने मेरे को ऐसे ब्रांड कर दिया है ना. इट्स लाइक वो नहीं होता जैसे बोलते हैं कि ये बच्चा पढ़ता नहीं है, कभी नहीं पढ़ेगा, नॉटी है, तो अच्छे से बिहेव करेगा तभी सब बोलेंगे नॉटी है, क्योंकि ब्रांड कर दिया है ना मेरे को. लास्ट वाज अ गेम चेंजर. आई नो राइट. ओके, 3 तो इजी बनाए. देखा, मतलब ये सरकाज़म जो था ना टोन में आपका, वो मैं बिल्कुल समझ रही हूँ. अर्पित. Chalo, I hope that you guys had fun, and I will see you tomorrow with another session on YouTube or for Boost Your Vocabulary. And I think I'm going to be probably doing pronunciation tomorrow. And until then, take care of yourselves. Have a very good night. Bye. See you all.